Now she's got 37 to Jimmy Lou Bear and the dark blue 95 of Angel Bicey stacked up behind her. She goes up to the wall.
Got a flat tire.
Yep, flat tire on the right front of the 29 machine. She'll take that behind the wall down at 1 and 2.
I think if I remember correctly, I was talking to somebody in the pits this afternoon. She's out of Daytona Beach. Made the trip from Daytona Beach where they ran the 500 at last weekend for Speed Weeks, and she parks it behind the wall. Stephanie Mathis behind the wall with a flat tire. White flags in the air. 1 lap to go in Heat 1 for the Gladiators. Bring them home, Jason Beckner out of 4.
Bobby Adams coming up off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Adams taking the win in the first heat race for the Gladiators. Daniel Bowman going to come in second, and Jimmy Lou Bear squeezing out the third spot with Angel Biasy knocking on the back door in fourth. Then the 71 of Dalton Ellis and the 22. And who is in the 22? Logan Hinton in the 22 tonight.
Logan Hinton in the 22. That's exactly right.
Bringing up the rear.
Man,
Second
the Gladiators are awesome. First of 3.
Heat coming up. Second heat coming up for the Gladiators. Starting up front on the pole, going to be the 53. There's Billy Evans. Billy Evans in the 53 machine. New ride for him. They just bought that just a couple weeks ago. Brought it out last week and shook it down. So hopefully they got the bugs fixed out in that. Then the 24 machine, late arrival. Richard Presley coming in the gate a little bit late tonight, but he made it here. Second row on the inside, going to be the 42 of Dustin Wilson. Outside of him, going to be the 43 machine of Keegan Adams. Row 3 on the inside, going to be the number 14 of Bailey Purcell and the 27 of Ryan Letcher outside of him. Good to have Ryan Letcher back with us. They had to do some work on that car, but they got to put back together. Field being shown the 1 to go sign as they cross the start-finish line. So next time by, they'll be looking for the green flag. Steve Dielman up on the flag stand with Craig Montesi Sr. and our race director, Scotty K. Jr. hanging out with us tonight. Scotty K. Jr., man, he is a wheelman here in Florida. You can catch him at tracks all over the state. So it's good to have Scotty out here with us doing the race director duties tonight.
And it's good to have a race car driver / race director because they kind of know the do's and the don'ts, the in and outs, the can and can'ts. Being a race car driver has that better perspective of being also a race director in the official's role. Green is in the air. We're ready to go. Heat number 2. The Gladiators are the back straightaway.
3 wide coming up off of turn number 2. Threading the needle. That's going to be the 42 machine.
Right wow.
Dustin. Whoa.
And they spin. And they keep going.
Letcher just came in there. He didn't see anything happening and just pile drive those 2 cars. That was going to be the 43.
Keegan Adams. Yeah, Keegan Adams in 43. Richard Presley in 24. He just came out of nowhere, Jason Beckner, and door slammed him in the middle like a hot dog between the bud, threading the needle. And then they spun, got sideways or half spun, and kept on going.
Back up front, your leader coming up off of turn number 2, but everybody's knocking on the back door. That is going to be the 53, Billy Evans, knocking on the door. The 14 to the inside.
There we go again.
Bailey Purcell making it. Oh, on the outside.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Somebody's in the wall coming up off of turn number 4. And
that's
I think that's Dustin Wilson in the 42.
The reason why we can't see is because the fans are blocking the view from the grandstands, but we do see that car got in the wall. They were 3 wide when they exit off of turn number 4, and something had to give. He got the short end of the stick, and the wall was what he booted.
Man, that was a battle for the lead. 3 cars side by side. Billy Evans in the 53 machine. There you go. Oh, no.
Well, okay. Well, it's a little damage. No, that's the guy that already had groceries missing in the front end.
So that's
Dustin Wilson in 42.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to, I don't know. I was looking at the right front when he pulled out of here. Couldn't tell. It almost looked like it was towed out quite a bit.
Checking to see if he's got any cosmetic damage, I guess. Safety vehicles are coming back out on the racetrack.
So he stopped up at the top of turn number 2, went down there and checked with our officials, making sure there's nothing hanging off the car, nothing is really unusual with it. So they gave him the thumbs up and let him go ahead.
Billy Evans is on in front in that car number 53. Billy Evans in 53. How about it, Jason Beckner? You got midgets and guys out of Iowa in Pennsylvania that can go back to the Midwest and the Northeast and say, hey, I went to the Everglades, set quick time. I've got the new track record, and you never know. They might come back down here to have to defend it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Green flag's back out. We're racing Billy Evans, your leader, down into turn 1, but down to the inside, the 14, Bailey Purcell, trying to get alongside, and he does. Side by side, down the back straightaway. It's a drag race into the turn 3. Bailey Purcell digging hard down on the inside. Evans keeping it wound up top. Evans going to squeeze it out by about a half a car length when they came across the line. Practically a fender. Bailey Purcell down to the inside, trying to keep it locked down. Here comes the 43 machine into the mix. Keegan Adams.
Oh, wow.
3-car battle for the lead down into 3 and 4, Wesley.
They'll come off of turn 4, and just like that, this heat race is almost in the dust. White flag goes in the air. One more lap to go. 43. Adams, he's in it. Now he's out of it. He went from the in-house to the outhouse. Trouble in turn number 2. He falls to the back. The race is for out of turn 3 and 4. Who's going to get it?
14, Bailey Purcell putting it out front off of turn number 2. Checkered flag coming out. Second heat in the books. Ooh, who got third?
That will take it. Wow. 42 got third.
Dustin Wilson coming back from the back of the pack, squeezing it out over the 24 machine for the third spot.
In the second place, Billy Evans, Jason, he about caused calamity over there on the exit road in turn number 2. He turned quickly to go off the track, and the guys behind him in third and fourth were quickly having to get on the binders to miss him. Great piece of driving there. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 will be coming up here in just a couple of moments. We'll get ready for that heat race. Heat number 3. One more heat race remains for the Gladiators.
I was just talking to one of our officials. They ran up here. What happened with the 42 when they went 3 wide?
Oh, yeah?
The steering wheel came off.
Oh, wow.
His quick release, the pin came out of it, and the steering wheel came off. So he had to shove it back on and hold that steering wheel on for the rest of that heat race.
The steering wheel came off of the car. Holy smokes. Well, no wonder he had to either stop or sink or swim, as they say.
He swam.
He did. Heat number 3 for the Gladiators. One more to go. Jason Beckner for the starting lineup.
Coming up, starting up front on the pole, that's going to be the 78 of Brian Morgan. Morgan normally drives in the street stocks around here. He is one of the dogs to beat out here. This is his home track. Outside of him, going to be the 55 of Dustin Childers. Second row back, the 911 machine of Robert Kissam. Outside of him, the 59A of Robbie Lilly. Third row back on the inside, going to be the 60 machine of Billy Brighton. And outside of him, going to be the 62 of Jeffrey Maynard. And that's going to do it for the third and final heat for the Gladiators tonight. And a couple of drivers not sure where they're supposed to be, so they're going to cycle around one more time as they move some positions there.
Daniel
14:53. Who's my other two?
Ready to go here off of turn number 4. Green flag goes in the air. We are set for the start for heat number 3 of the Gladiators. And the whole shot will go to the outside lane of that 55 of Dustin Childers. Childers will power his way to the top spot. 3 car lengths leading the pack, but they start to reel him in like hornets on, running for the bees in the honey's nest off of turn 4. They come roaring after your leader as they go to turn 1. 3 wide, they shoot the gap. He got sideways. Now the leader is 2 by 2 by 2 behind him, like Noah having the animals lead him to the ark in turn 3.
Splitting it down the middle, the 911. Robert Kissam made the move. He finds himself...
Oh! Contact and bumper to boot.
That's going to be the 62 machine of Jeffrey Maynard. He got all the way down to the inside. He got ran down there by the 95A of Robbie Lilly. But check out the 911 car, Robert Kissam. Robert Kissam in the 911 car trying to run the big 60 down.
To the line. Another lap on the board. Final heat race.
Billy Brighton, your leader out front in the 60. Man, that car is just sitting way up in the air, and it's working good for him. The 911, Robert Kissam back in the second spot. Battle's going to be for third. Down to the inside, the 95A, Robbie Lilly trying to hold off the 55 machine of Dustin Childers. Childers now drops back to the 4th spot. Bumper cover hanging off the 95A as he goes down into turn number 3.
And he's been hanging in there because that's been since the start of the race. We got white flag, 1 to go in the Gladiators. Bring him home, Jason.
Billy Brighton in the 60 machine down into turn 1 and 2. He has been in control of this race down the back straightaway. He started row 3 on the inside, got up to the lead. I think it was by about lap 2 or 3. And now he's going to take the checkered flag. Billy Brighton taking the win in the 60 machine. Robert Kissam coming in second. Third is going to be the 95 of Robbie Lilly. Then the 55 of Childers. The 62 machine, Jeffrey Maynard. And bringing up the rear, Brian Morgan. Just not having the horsepower in that 4-cylinder tonight. He comes home in the rear in the 78 machine.
Jason, I need those drivers now.
Attention in the pits, attention in the pits. Gladiators, I need these drivers to the flag stand immediately. I need the 53, Billy Evans, the number 2 of Bobby Adams, the 46, Daniel Bowman, the 14 of Bailey Purcell. I have the 60 of Billy Brighton here with us, and also the 911 car of Robert Kissam.
And may I have your attention, please, for Southern Outlaw Promotions, Just Our Productions, Southeastern Southern States Midget Series, and the Brisk Operations Southeastern Sprint Car Series. Your lineups are posted for your heat races. They are on the officials board in turn number 2. Lineups are posted on the officials board for the sprint cars and the midgets for Southern Outlaw Promotion. So again, lineups are posted. Your heat races will be coming up after the modifieds. Open wheel modified heat races are on track next, and then we will have the heat races for the midgets, followed by the sprint cars, and then I'm going to feature racing.
Now, this was the final heat race for our local classes right here.
Oh, okay.
This was the final heat race for our local classes. I need Billy Evans, Bobby Adams, Daniel Bowman, Bailey Purcell. I need you up here to the front straightaway now, please. Catch a ride, run up here. I need my top 2 finishers from each heat race on the front straightaway. We're going to pull your pills for the starting positions for your feature race tonight.
Well, Jason, why don't you add to the excitement, buddy? Why don't you head on down there, grab the wireless mic, and let everybody know where they're going to peel draw at, because that's really, really cool. A lot of people might not know what the peel draw means, so we're going to go there. Hey, before you do that, wait a second, as Jason's coming down, so wait a minute before you pull the peel draw. Jason's going to come down there, and he'll add to the excitement of who and where and how they're going to start. So, drivers, just wait a few moments, as again, Jason Beckner will be making his way down trackside here in a moment, and we'll decide where they're going to peel draw. And we need heat races for the midget cars. Midget heat races, you're next. My apologies. The modifieds are done. All the other classes are done. So we need the midget heat races. We need you lined up, please. Midget heat races. I'll call it out real quickly if you're not near the board. 14, week 3, row 1, 95-9, row 2, 23X45, row 3, 4M. Line up for heat 1. Heat 2, 77-8, 29X, 30X, row 2, 26-29, row 3, 22, and Heat 2. Heat number 3, 07-78J, row 1, 23-33, row 2, 30 and 40, row number 3. Let's go down trackside. Jason Beckner. It's time to do the redraw and see how the Gladiators are going to start things.
Well, we're already starting to go through it already because we're trying to move things along down here. And Bobby Adams went ahead and pulled number 1, so Bobby Adams going to have right there on the pole position.
Okay, and then number 14 pulled a 5. Now, now we're going to have number 60.
Bailey Purcell pulled a number 5. Billy Brighton pulls a number 2. Barrington. Billy Barrington now. You're going to sit on the outside pole. You get to be the rabbit too, man. Good job.
All right, Daniel's next.
Daniel Bowman, he's going to reach in and he's going to pull a pill. He was dragging his trailer all the way down the highway today. What'd you get?
4.
Number 4.
All right, 53.
Billy Evans reaching into the sock.
You got.
Number 6. All right, so we know where you're going to start.
So he's going to be.
Check.
All right, drivers, that's going to set the first 3 rows tonight for the Gladiators. A lot of these drivers coming from long, far away trying to get this done. Check. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Nope.
buddy, go ahead. You should be good,
Nope.
Jason.
Going to go back up top with Wesley.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. Again, the mic's popping for some reason.